Today, I'm going to be saying my thoughts and opinions and reviewing the brand new recent FNAF Freddy's Ruin DLC for Security Breach. Because in this video, I'll be giving a rating, talking about the whole entire review with YouTuber Nized. He is another well-known FNAF Freddy's indie horror YouTuber that does different videos based off Sonic, FNAF Freddy's, Poppy Playtime, and other things like that. So don't forget to go watch his review and his point of view of his review on his channel. And now we'll be reviewing it together, saying our thoughts and opinions. So without further ado, enjoy the review. And do you see this amazing art on the screen? Well, this thumbnail was actually made by the dev Nized. So please go check out his channel, and please go get him to over 200 subscribers. That's the goal, please. He made this amazing thumbnail, and I bet you clicked on it because of this. Anyways, enjoy the review.
So, the first thing, the whole premise and the whole plot of Ruin, what did you think about it?
I think Ruin, the whole plot of it, was done right. Like Security Breach, they left a lot of things like a secret and a mystery. But I think Ruin is just straightforward. Like it gets told you, mission, find Gregory. And then when the game slowly goes on, you find that you start discovering some secrets. You start discovering and then finding out like Gregory's voice like glitching sometimes. Like me and Markiplier and like half of the YouTubers, everybody like they knew he was like not Gregory. He doesn't sound like
really.
Him.
To be honest, I didn't.
You didn't catch on to it?
No, I didn't catch on to it, to be honest. Well, there was this one part where Gregory, I think towards the end before we
right at
Roxy,
the end,
he was like, Roxy's the last node. Deactivate Roxy, please help me. Right there, it was like a cut.
Yeah, it was like a glitch. Like they used like it was like an AI voice.
It was like a different type of cut that they used. That's why I was like, yeah, right there, it was kind of suspicious. But other than that, me personally, I didn't think it was the mimic the whole time.
Oh man, because guess what? You know what it sucked for me? Because I went on Twitter 3 hours before it came out because I was on Twitter because I thought I was safe. I saw someone was like, look, it's a spoiler for the audio files. I didn't believe it at all. And on the audio file is Gregory saying I'm not at the pizza place at the ending. And I was like, that's fake.
No.
That's so edited. I didn't believe it until the minute I saw the mimic there, everything connected. I was like, of course. I had some suspicions, and even with the audio, if you like replay it after knowing it or watching people play it, you can hear the glitches and it not being him, definitely.
Yeah, like towards even like in the elevator, you can hear even glitches even happening while he's explaining. Yeah, like but the whole time I was totally oblivious. I didn't know.
I was catching on slowly because also since we just played as him in Security Breach, it doesn't feel like something Gregory would do. Like he beat up those animatronics. I think he could make himself. I think he could like get out of the Pizzaplex on his own. Like he was in there stuck, and he did all that on his own in the first game. It didn't sound like him.
But yeah, other than that, ruined the whole premise for me. They nailed it. They nailed everything about it being scary and more different from the base game. Because it's completely different from the base game.
They took like everybody's opinions and what they think about it and put it into the game in a good way.
Exactly. They were like, okay, they did not like the whole 80s and colorful stuff. So let's just make it towards. Well, I'm personally a fan of Security Breach's premise.
And they could have made Security Breach scary. All they had to do is like dim the lights, add some fog or shadow. They could have made it really scary. Like it doesn't have to be all ruined to be scary. They could have made Security Breach scary. But I guess they just missed it a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I love Security Breach in general.
Yeah, it's just like the memories with it, I feel like.
Yeah. I loved it when it came out.
Yeah, everything was just good.
I was the biggest fanboy of Security Breach.
It was so good.
But yeah, so this DLC pretty much just nails the coffin of it being actually scary.
Yeah.
And they taking everybody's opinions, like you said, and they just
gave everyone what they wanted: a clear story, good gameplay, the animations, everything was improved.
Yeah,
they
pretty much improved everything. Yeah, they got him better with some stuff, and they fixed a lot of stuff. Even though when the DLC actually launched at first, of course, there's some bugs.
Oh yeah, the mask. Did you see that mask bug?
Yeah, the mask. No, I don't think I did.
It was a mask, but I didn't experience it. But I saw YouTubers talk about it. Some people, when they put the mask on, do you know like how the mask works in game, like the way it works?
Yeah.
There has been 2 maps, and it teleports you instantly.
No,
you didn't know that?
No.
Well, fun fact: the map is there's 2 different maps, and the minute you put the mask on, it instantly teleports you to the second map.
It's not as smooth, but at least they're getting there.
Yeah.
But besides all that, the Ruin DLC for me, it was kind of it's a hit. Yeah, it's a hit, but like I wouldn't say it's a complete on the target because of course not everything is perfect.
Yeah.
This Ruin, the DLC has a lot of stuff that could have been made so much better and put in some more stuff that could have been a lot
like the West Arcade. Where was that?
Yeah.
No West Arcade.
No, exactly. Like even in my my hopes and expectations for Ruin, I mentioned that I hope we get completely free roam to explore the
Oh yeah,
entire
like the
map of
first
Ruin.
one.
But yeah,
It was
we
just
did not
linear.
we did not get free
It
exploitation,
was just,
sadly.
that's what they
Like
called it, the linear gameplay. When you go through, then they talked about the story without like security
yeah.
breach. You going back and forth to different places, free roaming.
Yeah. But it would have been nice to see the Atranium, like
Yeah,
the main
I
place.
realized
I
that we
would have
never
won.
seen it. We was going to vents
Yeah.
in the different locations.
Yeah, we never saw the Atranium. We never saw the West Arcade. Nothing.
Even L
We just,
chips,
yeah,
Mazer
nothing.
size. Yes, Mazer size did suck in the in security breach. Everybody hated that segment, but
Yeah, I hated it.
we didn't get
Yeah,
to see any of that.
yeah, but yeah, I was expecting to see the whole Atranium and the main stage and everything, but sadly we didn't.
Yeah.
We just got the two or a few locations that I kind of didn't like. For example, like Chica's factory, Chica's part, I
Oh, yeah,
didn't
that
really
part.
like.
You know, like you don't even need to go
Like,
to the location in security breach to finish the game. It's like for a
oh
few
yeah, yeah.
gifts. That's it. You don't really need to go to that location at all. But now you have to. It's like important in Ruin.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it didn't feel right to pretty much put us in some locations. Like I'm not sure if you noticed. I think you did notice, but like
Let's see.
they make us go through these few locations where it just felt bland and you just kept on walking, nothing happening. You just had to do like the fast range stuff again
Oh
and
yeah,
over, keep on walking. There's like
yeah.
not much action. This DLC just felt like a whole running simulation. There
That's
was
why
like
I
not
was
that
saying
much
it felt like a
action.
simulation because the main functions were get the security nodes, open up doors, and technically walk to Gregory. Like right after
Yeah.
the daycare, that whole segment until you get to Monty's area, even Monty's area is still kind of like that. But when you go to the daycare, leave the daycare, you go into the theater, all that's kind of just like a simulator. You're walking in a straight
Yeah.
line, then you
I
go
didn't
and do some puzzles, the same puzzles, nothing new, and then you just go to
Yeah,
Monty's.
I feel like Security Breach did it better with
The
the
objectives,
whole objectives and action.
yeah.
But in this one, it's just mainly walking.
It also,
Like
also was a lot shorter too. The game,
it's short, yeah, of
yeah.
course, because
It's
it's
a free
DLC.
DLC too.
So I wasn't expecting it to be very long. No,
It's definitely
but
higher quality. They definitely like upped
yeah,
a lot of things.
yeah, they got better. They got better. But to be
Also,
honest,
people don't really like everyone had this whole theory that Ruin is not supposed to be like the next big game, but Ruin is supposed to be a tease for the next big game, being Help Wanted 2. Because the thing, if you look at the Help Wanted
oh
2
yeah, yeah,
trailer, you can see the Phas wrench, the area where you put the Phas wrench in.
yeah.
And guess what?
I've seen
You
that.
go into Ruin. Remember that, like when you click on items, you see information. The Bonnie
Yeah,
lunchbox says it was my dad's favorite character. And what did you say once you pick up the Phas wrench? It's just like my
it's just like
dad's.
my dad's.
Boom.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Help Wanted 2 when we playing as her dad being the beta tester for the new
yeah.
VR game.
That makes sense. That actually makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. I saw some theories on Twitter. I was like, and that's why we see the panel there because he's a worker. He's a Phas worker.
Yeah, he
And
is a
that
Phas
would
engineer
make
worker.
sense why now we have puzzles and the Phas wrench puzzles in the game to
Yeah.
open up doors because the employees probably went in there to go and
Yeah.
like I guess put those securities up there to lock the door so nobody could sneak
Yeah.
in. It makes sense why
Yeah,
we
so
didn't
that's
see it in
pretty much.
Security Breach and now we see it in Ruin.
Yeah.
So
But,
definitely
yeah, that
like
pretty,
they made
pretty much.
I guess they like kind of made it all make sense because like in Ruin some things didn't make I mean Security Breach some things like I guess the security way of the game didn't make sense but now I guess in Ruin they made it seem more realistic.
Yeah, they added more security stuff to make it
Yeah.
tie in with Help Wanted a little bit, revolving around Cassie if she's still alive.
Oh
If she's
yeah,
still alive.
that's the
Yeah,
one thing
yeah.
most people didn't like the way the endings were all three. Like
It was.
it doesn't
Yeah,
like
they're all
solve it.
sad.
I know
They're
the all
all
sad
they're all,
like
like,
you know
all
even
sad endings.
even in the secret ending when you see the mimic and in the costume if you look at the end
Yeah.
the mimic's not in the costume he's still left meaning she's still not safe
Yeah.
no matter what it's all
just
bad
weird.
or all
Yeah.
sad.
So in the elevator scene, the elevator ending, either she's dead or not. I don't think she's dead. But on
Yeah.
the scooper ending, she just stands there looking at the mimic's costume. Like,
Yeah, and he's
just
not even
looking
in
at
there. So no matter what,
and then
he ain't safe.
and then it just ends.
I know, like I was
It's like
expecting.
she just stands there watching, so
know.
she's just trapped down there.
I was expecting her to walk to the elevator and then play the same cutscene of Gregory saying that. But then no,
Yeah.
it gets faded. I was like, Am I missing something?
Yeah, the endings were just abrupt. Like it was weird. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't end it differently with the Scooper ending.
Yeah.
But I think people are asking for a whole other game of Cassie and Roxy.
Yeah,
That's what
everyone
people are
wanted
asking
that,
for
like
now.
for them just to be like
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah, especially after the elevator ending, I want that too. Gregory was kind of a
Yeah.
douchebag if he actually was.
But fun fact,
If
yeah,
he-
everyone keeps saying that it was the Mimic. Because you remember the whole text
Yeah.
exchange? It said
Yeah,
Gregory
that.
twice.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
would it
yeah,
say
that.
that?
I think it was that, and while he was talking, you could hear like the speaker pitch change, like
Yeah.
the speaker sound. You hear the speaker change or switch.
I definitely
and
do
then
not
he
think that
talks
was
again.
Gregory. Because
No.
how can Gregory control the elevator? He said that he only has
Yeah.
maps and he has walkie-talkie. How can he
I think
actually control things in the Pizzaplex?
I think the first half when he was talking is Gregory, but the second half is
the minute
Mimic.
he talked about we can't let them escape, I feel like that is definitely the Mimic doing that.
Basically
Also,
sabotage.
there's also theories that Roxy at the end is not even Roxy, and it's the Mimic calling out to Cassie.
Oh no.
Because guess what? If you look at more behind the scenes, or if like when you can't really hear it because in the game they have the other audio, but when you're talking to
Yeah.
Gregory, finding out that Gregory's not there, you hear the Mimic trying to mimic Roxy's voice, and you hear like glitches, and he's trying to like get her voice down.
Yeah.
And then in the elevator here say Cassie. I was thinking that's the Mimic. I'm just curious of how everything's gonna play out now, which ending's canon.
But the whole prototype under his foot text, I don't think that wasn't there in the first.
It wasn't.
This game. Yeah. that's
Everyone's
why
saying,
I was
what if it's like a
mm.
Woody incident? Like, like they scratched it off. Like, what if it
Yeah.
was always there? It's just painted over and it gets scratched off
Yeah.
now. But they put it there
And
for a
him with-
reason.
Yeah, definitely. And even like in the trailer of Ruin, they zoomed in, where you can't even see
Yeah.
prototype under the foot. Okay, besides all that, what are your disappointments with Ruin? I already know mine. I already have a
I
few
wonder if we
things.
have the same now. I guess there's many. I guess the first disappointment was that it wasn't longer. Yes, I was expecting it to be short, but I was expecting it also to have like clear endings. And actually, one thing was I was expecting it to have one ending, and it was in me. That's it. You go to the store and everybody has the same thing.
No. It's FNAF Freddy's. There's no one.
I know. I was expecting it just to be simple, but no, they did not do that.
With FNAF, is never simple.
It's never simple. It's Time to Freddy's at this
simple,
point.
Yeah.
And
There's
I
always
feel
at
like
least 2 or 3.
another disappointment for it is, of course, DJ Music Man. Where is he? We all miss him.
Where is he?
I did a whole video on
him.
that.
I didn't even think of him while
Oh
playing.
no,
to
I
be
missed
honest.
him so
forgot.
much. I was like,
forgot
where
about
is
him.
he?
Okay,
See
first,
if I feel the same.
the lack of exploration areas that you can explore.
Oh, because it's
Like
all
I
like
said,
a path.
I wish you can explore the whole place, but even then, it's just asking for too much. I know.
I know.
But,
Imagine designing a whole map just for you to explore.
At least like the main area, not like the underground tunnels or anything. Nah, just
Because
like
many people had the
Atrenium.
same problem with Security Breach, how it was too much area, and that the problem with Security Breach was the mall was too big. Of course, you like that.
Lack of direction. Yeah, but I don't know. For me, Ruin, it just felt too closed in.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
you're always like you're on a strict path, and you know exactly where you're gonna go.
And even like the quote unquote boss fights.
They
I
have
was
boss
expecting
fights.
like I wouldn't say boss fights, just more like I don't know, just seeing the animatronics just walk around.
I don't
For
think
example,
there's really any boss fights. Like Security Breach felt like
No.
they had more boss fights.
Security Breach definitely had boss fights, quote unquote, but
like
Ruin did
Burn
not
Trap,
have any.
DJ Music Man.
Sun and Moon's section, the
Oh,
daycare.
Eclipse in Ruin or
Yeah.
Security Breach.
Ruin. I didn't like how it was basically just turning on 2 generators and that's it.
And
I
the
was
thing is, it was like
expecting-
no threat except for Max.
Yeah.
That whole bunny thing. That's like the
I
only
was,
threat.
I was expecting him to start chasing us or something,
Yeah.
but no, he just sits there and we just turn on the generators. That's it, which is
And
kind of disappointing.
I know, because even also I forgot to say that's the thing about this. I was just thinking about the main disappointment with Ruin is that with the mask, it makes it way too easy. Ruin is way too easy. That's the main problem. With Security Breach, I died many times. With Ruin, I only died like 4 or 5 times in my entire playthrough, and multiple times it was just because like I knew where I was going. Like the game, you only died because you made that one mistake, but it was way too easy because the minute Max pops up, you just take off the mask. And that's it. Unless
we
there's
just sit
like,
there.
unless there's like
Yeah.
a thing stopping it, but that only happens a few times. It's like way
Yeah.
too easy. The DLC. It's scarier, but it's way too easy.
Yeah, they could've made
FNAF's
it more
known for being
challenging.
hard, but to get that ending, unlike the original ending of Security Breach, the true ending they called it, even though I don't think
Yeah.
it's true anymore now. But that ending, you had to like do the whole thing without saving when it first came out. Not now. You have a new save station, but
Yeah.
without saving, all that was a challenge. Now, it's not a challenge, and FNAF's usually known for doing hard things as its final true secret. If you know what you're doing, it's a short game.
It's a very, it's like 2 hours.
And it's extremely easy, and also the scare factor goes away once you already played it all. Like, when you know what to expect, that's when it's not scary that much.
Yeah.
So that's definitely my main complaints with it, too.
Yeah, too easy. Not that many threats as the base game. But one thing I did like, though, the lack of security bots.
Oh yeah,
that's like one of my biggest hatreds of the base game.
They're like all over the place,
10 feet apart from each other.
I know, like there's no point in that.
Another section I didn't really like. Well, it's easy now that I played it a few times or beaten it.
Which one?
The mini DJ Music Man part. That one kind of threw me off the first bit, because even when you call them up to like another place in the cameras, there's always at least one that stays.
From the beginning of the game to after Eclipse, after you leave the daycare, I felt like that was like the clearest thing what to do. It's like one path. After that, I got a little bit like annoyed with the endos, but it wasn't that annoying. You just take off the mask and hide.
Yeah, the endos wasn't that bad.
I died the most there though. That's like the most I died was 2 times.
I didn't die to the endos.
You didn't die to the endos?
No. Surprisingly, I didn't, because I knew once you put on the mask, you're basically invisible to them.
I know, but the thing is that the mask pops up and you have to take it out. So
even then, I just stand in the corner and just stare at them until enough time has passed, and then I just put it back on.
I guess I was trying to do everything too fast.
Oh yeah, the first time I put on the mask, I saw the big endoskeleton.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had to go inside the mouth.
Oh yeah, me too.
There's no indication where you have to go.
Yeah, I had to look that up. I was there for like 5 minutes, looked it up, I was like, okay, what do you do?
Oh, you have to go in the mouth. Yeah.
I did not know that. It should have made that clear.
Yeah, or like a spotlight or something.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
So I guess another thing is now, what do you think about the character designs? Like, what do you think about all the Ruin designs?
I actually like them. Even though I think the weakest design, personally, I think is the Mimic, because he's just basically just an empty endoskeleton without the eyes.
But the Mimic design may have been weaker, but the one thing is it's extremely accurate, because did you ever read like any of the books or see anything talk about the books? The Tales from the Pizzaplex?
Oh no, I was going to start reading them because,
it's really important to the story. Fun fact! There's multiple Pizzaplexes, but there's only one Mega. The one we play in is called the Mega Pizzaplex, but there's multiple separate Pizzaplexes around the world with different rides, different amusement parks, different characters. It's really interesting. And then in those stories, they kept talking about the Mimic, that's how we all knew about the Mimic before the Mimic became in the games. In the story, they kept talking about the code, and they talked about how the design was. It's just like an empty endoskeleton made like way before, like it was made during the after hour, when he was killing all those kids and all that stuff. And he was filled with agony, and he was like a program meant to keep a kid safe. So the game obviously doesn't explain any of that. So when you actually read the books, it does. But the one thing is also, if you didn't notice, because I get to watch like those hacking videos and they glitch out of the world to see it. But the minute Roxy goes and takes the Mimic down and you run, if you glitch out of the map and look at the fight scene, they animated it for a few more seconds, and the first thing the Mimic does is grab Roxy's head and tries to pull it off. Because in the books, how the Mimic actually kills his enemies is by first going to the head and taking it off. I was like, look at that attention to detail. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, Ruin, as a game, in the beginning when I first finished it and first started playing a couple playthroughs, I was dead straight on it being the best FNAF game ever made. I was like so positive that. But now that a week passed and I've seen like everything. Secret, everything explained, I could definitely say it's not the best anymore.
The best.
I feel like I don't know what's for me. I'm like so torn apart which one I think is the best. Because Help Wanted, I saw what every other YouTuber got early access. I didn't get a VR headset back then, so it was a nope. I couldn't play it at all. So I was watching everybody have early access, and I was like, I love that game. I feel like it's really good because it has all the memorable things the original games had. Yeah. With new things. VR.
I played it on VR. It was scary.
Oh yeah, I played a little bit, but then I never finished it. I was like, no, I'm out.
I never finished it either.
I was like, I'm out.
Finished the first game, the second one, the third one I played a little bit, but
like Night Towers and the Vents? No, those two levels.
Yeah, I was too scared to play.
It's so different watching someone play versus you in VR.
Yeah. Okay, and the final thing I didn't like.
Oh yeah, let's see.
I would say the quote unquote well, I wouldn't say quote unquote, the ending chase. It was kind of disappointing.
I was expecting it to be really claustrophobic, like Poppy's chase scene in the first game.
I thought it was gonna be like a whole boss battle. I thought we were gonna have to fight him.
Oh no, I was expecting it to be a chase scene. The minute we started running and then he was behind us.
Yeah.
But it feels like he's so close, yet he's not. And then when it comes to you doing the door, it turns out they teleport him backwards and he moves super slowly, giving you enough time to do it.
Yeah.
You can still die though, but it's like really hard to die there.
Yeah, it's not really the best ending per
Like,
se.
yeah, Security Breach had its cartoony cutout. I mean, the whole comic book endings, and it looked like it was like low quality, but at least they had more going for it. Like they explained a little bit more, not just ended out of a cliffhanger with you not knowing what happened to the character you just played as.
Ruin's ending is
like everything in the game, the story wise was so strong, but when it came to the ending, it was just you running in a straight, a couple of curvy lines to find the ending, which is unsatisfying.
Yeah, it was really boring.
That's why when I finished the first ending, I was like, oh, there's 2 more. Great. Kind of finally get to see the true ending and it'll explain a lot more. But nope, the Brazil ending and then the costume ending just did not explain anything. But I did not find a reason why they need to put the scooping room in there. Like, why?
Yeah. It was, I don't know. I don't know what they were going for.
That was strange, though.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for with that. Especially with the other endings, too. Just abrupt.
I know.
Endings.
Ruin, I wish it came out during October and it had more time to build a little bit more.
To put more stuff
in. It looks like it definitely looks finished, but I feel like there was definitely missing so much more.
Yeah.
And it took them a lot less time to make this than Security Breach, because definitely when it comes to Ruin, like, they have everything already done. They have the characters done, the story done, the characters, the map, everything's already done. But when it came to Security Breach, they have to think out every character, think how they're going to play out, make the entire map. That's why Security Breach felt so, like, unfinished when it came out, because they had to focus on everything else first. So when it came to gameplay, they didn't get to really do that much. But in Ruin, they did. That's why the animation, you can see more character animation, more character designs, and everything looks more finished with less time because, it's a smaller game and because they already knew what to do. And it's like...
But overall, what rating would you get or give
I was
Ruin?
just the minute you said overall, I was thinking about the overall score of it.
The score. Okay.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I definitely think it's between a 6 and 7. I might go with a 7 because it's mainly because the main gameplay gimmick being the mask and the main important thing of the game is kind of like, it's too easy. That's what my main complaint was. It was too easy. Just take it off. I feel like it should force you to keep it on. Like when things happen and you just keep running away and doing different things. I think hiding spots should definitely been there. Not too much. Not because of the game length, just because mainly the game was way too easy. The endings are... Yes, the whole game was not as confusing as Security Breach was, but the endings were a lot more confusing than Security Breach endings. They explained it so much easier in Security Breach. Like, I definitely think I would give it like a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
What would you give it?
Okay, despite everything wrong with it, I already explained what I didn't like about it. Basically, being a walking simulator. Yeah. There were so many parts I didn't like where like it felt unnecessary to put in. Like the whole
it's taking more time
world. Yeah, like the whole AR world with the big bunny character was in.
Oh yeah,
like that part because it just felt weird. Just
that part. The mini it just flashed back to me. That was pointless. It's just you walking.
I don't know. I was like, why are we just walking through this whole bridge?
Oh wait, I just think of it now. I don't think it's pointless. It was just them trying to make a way for you to get to one location, because when you look at the Security Breach map, it was definitely pointless. There's lots of pointless things in Ruin that you usually just take out and it'll be the exact same game.
Yeah, or at least made it better in a way. But besides all that,
it's tough to rate it.
It's not... Ruin is not, like, terrible.
I know it's not terrible. It's a great game.
I wouldn't say it's bad, but, like, I would just say it's decent. It's a decent DLC.
It's a DLC, not a full game, so we can't expect it to be like that. And it was promoted so little, too. So, like... Like, they were ready for it not to be a huge thing. Because, fun fact, when Security Breach first came out, the game had a whopping 26,000 people active on the most. And you had to pay $40 to enter, and there was 26,000. Do you know how many there were for Ruin? It only had 14,000.
Oh, damn.
And it was for free, too. And everyone that owned the original one could easily just download it. Yeah, it had, though everybody knew.
We only got like a teaser poster and a few screenshots and one trailer.
Yeah, all we got was that leaked TV thing. The first thing we got was a poster, like you said. The leaked TV thing that didn't do anything was everyone was expecting to do something. That one trailer and then the photo saying the date. That was it. What do you rate it out of numbers?
I would give it, yeah, the flaws, the things I don't like about it, but I did like, the premise and how it's actually different.
That's why you like the
game.
majority of the game.
Yeah.
But when you look deeper and you think about it a lot more, like that's why we waited a week.
So, I would give it at least a 6.7, 6.8. I wouldn't give it a 7 because it's basically a walking simulator. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's terrible.
That's why I said in the beginning, I was like, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah,
maybe more time will go on. It might go down, might go up. Who knows?
Exactly. If they were to give it like at least 2 more months, maybe it would have been they would have added more stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Or but from what we got, it's definitely a decent DLC for waiting a year and a half, I would say.
Yeah. It's a short wait, less hype around it. It's decent. And since we got Help Wanted in like how many months? It says 2023, late 2023.
Yeah, I think it's coming in November or winter.
It might be October.
Nah, I think that's too soon. I think they said late 2023.
Yeah, they did say late, so who knows?
But I'm just glad we finally got something of Security Breach because it's been over a year and a half.
It's the one thing we're looking forward to, everyone.
Yeah, so I'm glad Security Breach is getting stuff again.
Yeah.
Because the game, even though people hate it, it's actually pretty... But yeah, I would give at least a 6.8 out of 10.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it met all of my expectations because I was expecting more Vanny, of course.
Oh, yeah, and then we got no Vanny.
Wait, no. I got no Vanny at all. No, it wasn't terrible. No, it's definitely playable though.
Yeah, at least it's playable.
Yeah.
But now we have something to look forward to, being Help Wanted 2.
Oh yeah.
I have hope for that game, and if it disappoints me, I'll be sad.
So thank you for joining us to give your opinions and our thoughts. It was really great just leaving it all out and telling our thoughts. Yeah.
Both just go back and forth.
Hell yeah. But Ruin, it was decent. We both can agree it was actually
a fun, good playthrough.
Yeah, fun, decent. Not the best, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely at the end when you finish the game and you get to soak everything in is when it really hits you.
Exactly.
But when you're first playing it for the first time, all the hype around finally playing the game, it felt like a blast. It felt like the best thing you ever played.
It felt awesome. It felt amazing.
Like now, I think if somebody goes into Ruin, the only way they could feel that same way is if they know everything about the past and all the development around it without knowing anything about Ruin.
But after playing it, it's like,
Yeah, overall, it's just a good game. Not a great game, just a good game.
And hopefully we get more DLCs in the future. I don't think so, but...
We might get one for Help Wanted 2, because every time they make a new game, they always make a DLC, like Help Wanted, then Curse of Dreadbear, then now Security Breach, and then now Ruin. So we're probably going to get a DLC for Help Wanted 2. And it's good doing a review together, because when you do it, you get to bounce off ideas and both get to explain what you liked and disliked about it to see different opinions. So that's it for the review. Tell me guys in the comments below, what do you guys think about Security Breach? Do you think the Ruin DLC is amazing? Do you agree with our opinions? And do you have different things you like or dislike about it? Well, let me know in the comments below, because I will be replying to every comment. So let me know in the comments below, and I will reply to them and see your guys' opinion. See y'all guys next time. Also, don't forget to watch my whole entire playthrough, because I played through Ruin 100%. Every secret, every ending on this channel. Goodbye.